What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? This is Mike coming at you with another video. So if you could comment, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna talk today about doing the 7-3 split or the 8-2 split. Now, both those are legal, but a lot of drivers I noticed don't know exactly how it works or the process behind it. Some new drivers might not even know it exists, but it does, and it's something that after the hours came up, the laws, they added this in to make it more convenient for us when we run into issues at shippers or receivers. This helps us out, and I've had to use it twice recently. Now I'll give my experiences behind it, so to give you an idea exactly how it works. I can say here to tell you how it works, but if I give you the situation where I had to use it, it might help out. Right now I'm in a hotel room, so I'm getting my truck worked on. I had a coolant sensor issue, so I'm at the Peterbilt shop, so I figured I got some time. I'll go ahead and put this video out there. I've been planning on doing it for a couple weeks now, but just never got around to it. So first time I used the 7-3 split. Well, first of all, let me explain what the 7-3 is. So normally when you go down, you have to go down for 10 hours to be on duty for 14. That's your 24-hour day. You got 11 hours driving within the 14. All this stuff. Everybody knows that already. If you're driving, you know that. So the 7-3 split is, let's say I'm gonna tell you how I used it. I got up one morning. I was at a terminal down in Dallas, Texas. So I had to go to Nestle to pick up a load of water. And when I got there, it was supposed to be in a preloaded trailer, but it wasn't. They was doing a live load. So I get in, sign in, everything, and they back you up to a dock, and they had all the trucks coming in at one time. So even though I got there, I was probably about 35, 40 minutes early, they still put me to the dock like everybody else. I'm there for almost like an hour and a half. I said, they're not even loading me yet. So I go and ask the guy, when does it start? I mean, I thought I was getting preloaded, and he said, there's about two more people in front of you, and they're still getting loaded, these other people. So he said, you'll be here a while. So I was like, all right. So when it was all over and done with, I was there for 4.5 hours. 4 hours getting loaded, and I had to put my numbers in, paperwork and everything in. So I was there for 4.5 hours. So my load that had to go to the next, that I was delivering to, it was going to a grocery store. And they had a hard delivery time. It was a set delivery. Some grocery stores do this. They bring all the loads in at one time. Then they'll stage you, and then you'll go in. But you got to be there at the set time. Now, when I got to Dallas, I got there a little bit before 12, what my pickup was. And when I got done, it was almost 5 o'clock. So Dallas, Highway 20, rush hour, yeah. Traffic wasn't moving very much, so I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna get through Dallas within a reasonable amount of time," which means I'm not gonna make my delivery on time. I'm already, on the borderline right now. I said, if I go down for 10 hours, I'm not gonna make it on time, even with no traffic. I'm not gonna make it on time. So what I did was, when I was there getting loaded, I was off duty. But if you stay on duty when you're getting loaded for stuff like that, I don't know why you would, but you can go in a sleeper berth and put yourself in sleeper. You can go off duty, whatever you want to do. I'm trying to save my clock, so I go off duty, and I wasn't sitting in the driver's seat, so it's okay. But the way that the 7-3 split worked and 8-2 split, the 7-3, the 7 has to be in sleeper berth on your ELD, and on 8-2, the 8 has to be in there on sleeper berth. And the 3 or the 2, it could be off duty or sleeper berth, whichever one. But the long one, the 7 or the 8, has to be in sleeper berth. They're trying to assure that you're getting rest. So what I did was, instead of trying to go anywhere else, I just drove back to the terminal. It took me 15-20 minutes to get there from the terminal, but with the traffic going back, it took me about 35-45 minutes. So I drove back to the terminal, and I went off duty in the sleeper berth. At that point, I only had to be down for 7 hours instead of 10. So after the 7 hours is up, you get your 14 back, but you don't get your full driving time back. You don't get 11 back, put it that way. You get whatever you had left over from your first 11. So let's say I drove well, it was probably about 20, 30 minutes the first time, and 45 minutes. But let's just round it up. Let's say I drove 2 hours so far that day, which I didn't drive that much, but let's say it was 2 hours. So when you go down for 7 hours, when you come back, you still have 9 hours drive time. So these rules don't really work well if you're doing it at the end of your shift, but if something happens at the very beginning of your shift, it works. I mean, if you only got like 1 or 2 hours left and this happens, why do a 7 just so you can get 2 hours back? Then you have to go back down, because once you do the split, you have to go back down for 10 hours again to reset the whole thing. So yeah, that is how that worked for me that time. Second time I used it was when I was getting repairs done. It was when my sensor first went out. I had to get another one. I had to get roadside, a whole bunch of stuff. What turned out to be supposed to be like a 2-hour thing to get them out there or whatever. It turned out being about a little over 7 hours. So at that point, I put the whole 7 hour I was down, I put it in sleeper berth. And that gave me some drive time because at the end of that time, my time was up. My 14 hours was up. So I was able to switch that time when I was off duty. I changed it back to sleeper berth because I wasn't working anyway. And at that point, it gave me the time to at least get to a safe stopping point. So those are the 2 times I used the 70-30 or the 7-3 or the 8-2. The 7-3 worked for me both times, but like I said, you could do 8-2. But that means you have to do 8 hours in the sleeper berth and only be down 2 hours the other time. So whichever one works, but that is how that works. So you get a 7 and a 3. The longest one has to be in sleeper berth. The 7 or the 8 has to be in sleeper berth if you're doing the 7-3 or the 8-2. The other 3 or 2 that you're off, it could be off duty or sleeper berth, whichever one. And at that point, you go down for that amount of time, the 7 or the 8, and when you come back, you have 14 hours to complete the driving that you had remaining before you did the split. So if you drove 2 hours before you went down for that 7, you come back, you got 9 hours. If you drove only 1 hour, you come back, you got 10 hours drive time. So I hope this video helps to explain how that works, because when I first tried to read some stuff about it, it didn't make a lot of sense. A lot of people had it was still real kind of confusing. So hope this helps. And right now, like I said, I'm getting my truck looked at, so I'll be on the road again soon in a couple of days, and hopefully put some more videos out. I'll probably talk some more about pay, because it has gotten kind of crazy here with the economy's still kind of bad, and then we're going into the holidays where it's going to be slow. I actually just had my biggest pay statement from US Express as a owner operator. So a lot of people talk about their gross. I don't talk about gross. Who cares? You guys don't care what I made before fuel and everything. Y'all want to hear numbers. Y'all want to hear what I took home. So my latest pay statement, not going to be this one because I've been hotel for like 3 days, but before this one, my pay statement, my bring home was just a little over $4,400 for 1 week. So that is from running hard. I was running. I kept it going. I have a fleet manager she knows I want to run. She knows I get my stuff there on time, so she's gonna keep me moving. Loads come in, boom, she knows on me. She knows I'm all on it. Don't really turn much down. Turn down New York City, but never got in California, but I probably turn that down too. Screw California. But anyway, they don't like truckers over there, so why the hell I want to go there? And New York's just crazy. So, with that being said, I'm going to get off here, but I hope this video helped you guys. And once again, if you have any comments, leave comments down below, like, subscribe. And if you got any more videos, anything you want to know, anything you want to hear about, let me know, and I'll be glad to respond. You guys have a good night. Talk to you guys later.